Hi, thanks for joining us for another edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. We have lots between the pages today to get you ready for the season and beyond. Before we delve into the features, the latest news stories, stay with us.
Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, December 12. A Justice Center has officially opened in Portland, offering a wide range of services including legal advice and mediation. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says child diversion services will also be added to the roster of activities at the center.
The child diversion bill will be laid in Parliament definitely by January. And when the child diversion bill is laid, it is something, Judge, that we are hoping that all the judges, parish court judges and the Supreme Court judges will be trained in. And based on the training, we're hoping to take children away from the formal justice system into a more relaxed atmosphere.
Portland is the second parish to receive a Justice Center, with the first being established in St. Anne a few months ago. Member of Parliament, Minister Darrell Vaz, has welcomed the Justice Center, which he says will be critical to the continued growth and peaceful development of the parish.
This center will also be used to train justice of the peace. We all know that JPs are highly respected persons in their communities. They provide invaluable service which are indispensable to the economic and social life of our citizens.
The National Health Fund NHF will be rolling out its quick prescript application early in 2018 as it moves to increase the use of smartphones to help beneficiaries access their medication in a timelier manner.
And through this feature, our customers will be able to send into the NHF their prescription, and they will immediately get a response and be given a variety of pharmacies where they can pick it up. They will select where they would like to go, and they will be advised at what time. And all they'll have to do is arrive and pick up their prescription. No longer the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours of waiting time.
The NHF's board chairman says the fund will also be increasing medication access points for patients in the new year through strategic expansion involving the public-private pharmacy partner program. The governments of Jamaica and Argentina will be strengthening cooperation in the fields of arts and culture. To accommodate this, Culture Minister Olivia Grange recently signed a cooperation agreement with the Republic of Argentina's ambassador to Jamaica, Ariel Fernandez. The agreement commits both countries to participate in and support exchanges in international cultural activities, festivals, exhibitions, and other artistic events. This will involve the exchange of professionals, specialists, researchers, students, and creators in the different fields of culture and art, as well as tangible and intangible cultural heritage.
We are especially keen on developing collaborations and sharing expertise and knowledge in how we strengthen the role of cultural institutions such as museums and libraries.
150 young people are now able to market themselves in the animation industry. They were certified recently after being trained under Phase 1 of the Creative Industries Education and Employment Program, CIEEP. The young people were able to sharpen their skills in areas such as design and modeling 3D environments, visual effects for animated films, and 3D character animation. The CIEEP is an initiative of the Youth Employment in the Digital and Animation Industries project. It was implemented by the government with partnership support from the CA Foundation, also known as Studio C, the World Bank Korean Trust Fund, and Cornerstone Ministries. World Bank's country manager for Jamaica, Galina Sotirova, has commended the success of the program and its impact on participants.
These graduates will help to strengthen the animation industry in Jamaica.
And finally, the National Solid Waste Management Authority NSWMA will be carrying out night collections in town centers starting later this week. The night collections will be done in commercial areas between the hours of 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. starting December 15. NSWMA's Executive Director Audley Gordon says this will continue until the new year to ensure these areas are kept clean throughout the busy festive season. And at a recent function in St. Anne, Mr. Gordon said the agency would be expanding its street sweepers program in that parish and other townships.
Because we find that there are some people who just not prepared to play their part in the civic approach that we are encouraging, and so they will just throw things wherever, whenever. So we have to be going into areas that hitherto we wouldn't have, and looking at how we can take down illegal dumps, how we can sweep areas.
And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.
More life.
More memories.
More moments.
Jamaica Moves is a call to action to prevent non-communicable diseases. Get active, eat healthy. You can protect yourself from high blood pressure, obesity, asthma, certain cancer diseases, and more.
Christmas is often called the silly season. Many accidents happen during this time because of the plethora of activities that start from as early as December 1. Now, we know you are doing your best to make Christmas 2017 incident-free. But just in case, it's good to know some life-saving techniques like CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Take a look.
Oscar! Oscar! Oscar!
Though this is a dramatization, it has happened quite often. In the field, at home or at work, a loved one collapses and is unresponsive. What follows? Usually chaos, confusion, heartache, instead of immediately providing that critical resuscitation technique which may prevent death.
CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. It is a skill that is an emergency skill that is used to revive someone whose heart has stopped beating. Cardiac arrest can happen to anyone at any time. In the event that happens, you need to know the skills that you need to perform to revive these persons or give these persons a chance of survival.
We never know when we can really in a situation where we need to help someone else. It's really just a little bit of your time, and I think it would be a worthwhile investment in learning these skills so we can render assistance.
Even when someone is choking, the techniques learned in CPR may be applied to save that person from asphyxiation. To release the person's airway, position yourself behind them and clasp your fist at the navel and roll in an upward motion. When someone is unresponsive, that's a whole other ballgame. The person may become unresponsive for several reasons. For instance, they could have a medical condition. To really know if someone is unresponsive and in need of CPR,
tap the person's shoulder and shout, "Sir, sir, sir," or "Ma'am, are you okay?" Once the person is not responding to you, and they can respond in several forms. They can answer by moaning, they can groan, they can open their eyes, they can move a limb. If the person is not responding to you, now you need to scan the chest and look if you see breathing. Once the person is not breathing, they are termed as being unresponsive. So once you have somebody collapsing, the first thing you need to do is check your environment, ensure that your environment is safe for you. Once the environment is safe, now you need to assess the person who has collapsed. Once someone is unresponsive, has no signs of life, call for help and bare the person's chest. So you remove their upper garments. Find your hand position, it's on the lower half, center of the chest, lower half of the breastbone, and you push in 30 times at the Bee Gees song, that's Staying Alive. Ha, 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 staying alive. If you are trained, after 30 compressions, you can give 2 breaths. If you are not trained, you don't know about CPR, you give hands-only CPR. So hands-only CPR is where you compress the chest. you need to continue that on the way to the hospital, so you're maintaining cells life.
It's possible for anyone and everyone to learn CPR.
Nannies, construction workers, teachers, lawyers, doctors, everyone should learn CPR. Once you're able-bodied, you can learn CPR.
In terms of age, it's said as young as 12 years old can learn the art to save a life.
So many times, children get in situations that they need assistance. In fact, a cousin of mine, her son got into some distress. She realized that he wasn't breathing one day, and she was able to help him by giving him CPR. So I think that was really important that she had those skills so that she could assist her son, because who knows what would have happened if she wasn't able to give him that immediate assistance.
This course, I've done it before, and I find it very interesting because I work a lot with children, and one time I have to do a CPR on a little boy because there was leave under my care, and mother wasn't around, and he was eating some plum and playing on like plum seed, stabbing his throat, and I just hear him coughing, but it never very severe because he was coughing. So when he was coughing, I hold him up and I, try to do a little, I understand the CPR, tell him to cough. And he cough and cough until it actually come up.
I had a patient once, and while I was there in the bathroom with that person, the person just fell unconscious, and I was there, didn't know exactly what to do, but I was there saying, "Sir, are you okay? Are you okay?" And I didn't know much, what to do, but I decided to put the person on the side, and I was there trying to stop the person, then I was saying to myself, if I had known CPR well enough, I could perform it.
The Heart Foundation of Jamaica is one of the several local organizations that offer training in CPR.
The Heart Foundation of Jamaica is an authorized training center for the American Heart Association. We offer CPR training for medical and non-medical persons. We have our scheduled in-house training, and organization can call us to schedule classes at their convenience.
CPR!
We are children and we have rights. We have a right to be
protected, provided for,
and included. Don't beat me up, don't belittle me, and please don't molest me.
I am under 13. I should not be working for a living.
That is child labor. It is illegal. Stop leaving me alone. I am too young to provide for myself. I need your guidance.
Protect our nation's children. They have rights too. To learn more about children's rights, call or visit the offices of the Child Development Agency.
Some schools are already out for Christmas and others are about to be closed. Celebrate your child's achievements by giving them an ice cream treat. Devon House Ice Cream has improved just for you.
That's it right there, that's it. Oh, yes. Rum raisin, rum raisin.
Rum and raisin ice cream, one of the many Devon House ice cream flavors. The tasty treat is rated among the best in the world, and its ratings go up a notch when it's bought at the Hope Road spot. But there was one hiccup: the waiting time.
Definitely a good idea. It was congested, especially on a Sunday evening, but now we get through a lot more quickly, and it's less crowded, less congested. We got through in 3 minutes. At the other side, it took a longer time to be served. So it was definitely a good idea. I like it.
For some Jamaicans, a Sunday afternoon trip to Devon House for ice cream is the ultimate treat. If you haven't been treated lately, upon your next visit, you may probably scream in excitement. Not because you're about to indulge in your favorite flavor, but because the shop has been expanded, minimizing the time it will take to get the creamy delight into your hands. The bigger and newer parlor opened recently on the North Lawns, moving from its spot in the courtyard. The space, which now houses the 5,000 square feet facility, was created to address growing complaints about the wait time to purchase ice cream, especially on weekends and public holidays. The relocation project received $28 million from the Tourism Enhancement Fund.
The store that we were in before was a quarter of the size of the one that we are in now. We had long lines on a Saturday night and a Sunday night. So in order to make our customers be satisfied and comfortable, this shop was built, which is like 3 times the size of the old shop. When the shop was just opened, we were all excited, and we still are excited about this new shop. It has brought a different dimension to our whole business. We are able to accommodate more people. We used to have 4 dipping cabinets in the other shop. Now we have 7. So we can accommodate and serve people in a more efficient and faster manner. On a Sunday, which is our busiest day, I think that we have in excess of 1,200 people on a Sunday alone. And on a Saturday, which is the next busiest day, we probably have about 1,000 people. It was not easy in the beginning, but we eventually got the hang of it, and I think people are really satisfied with where we're at now. 3 times the amount of staff in this new shop. We have a nice big veranda.
On any given day, particularly on the weekend, there are groups of tourists traveling from the north and west coasts for the treat.
We're headed back to Montego Bay.
The dessert's popularity is no secret. Its name has gone abroad, written and told about over and over again. Each scoop helps to bring in well-needed foreign exchange.
This is delicious ice cream. This is a rum, raisin, and then coconut on top. It's a very rich and creamy ice cream. It's quite good.
Chocolate is my favourite. Never heard of Devon Stout before. This is my second time to Jamaica, so I thought, why not? Flavours, sugar, and there's a malty taste, which I'm assuming is from the Devon Stout.
I'm having cheesecake. Tastes very nice.
We make in all probably 30 flavours, but we don't have all 30 at one time. Depending on the season, we have maybe 20 to 25 flavours.
The expansion of the iconic ice cream parlor is part of efforts to boast the Devon House as the epicenter of gastronomy in Kingston and to enable the historic location to be financially sustainable.
It's always a nice treat. The setting is nice, the ice cream is superb. Here with family, my mother and friends, we're all here enjoying the afternoon. It's great because you have more space, because the other one, there was a queue that used to zigzag outside. At least if it rains here, we're inside, and it has a nice colonial feel.
Frustration has melted away as long waiting time no longer separates man or woman from getting their Devon House ice cream that brings out the smile not only in a child but adults too.
What is the National Identification System? The new National ID will for the first time give Jamaicans one ID that is trusted and verifiable. This means easier access to government services like PATH and NIS. It will be easier to do business with the government and the private sector. Eventually, there'll be no need to walk with more than one ID. Support the new National ID. Get the facts at nidsfacts.com or on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at nidsfacts.
Put on
Here's a gift idea. It won't cost much, perhaps just a tubes for transportation and your time. Give the gift of blood this Christmas.
I was first introduced to the idea of donating blood when I was attending Calabar High School. My key club had the idea of keeping a blood drive, but back then I was too young to donate.
My mother is a nurse, so I have always known about the importance of donating blood, but I never donated until something tragic had happened and a co-worker was in need of blood.
First time I gave blood was back in 2008 when my mom was diagnosed with cancer. She's the main reason why I took the first opportunity to give blood. Unfortunately, I stopped donating blood because my mom had passed. She succumbed to her cancer, and as a result, I didn't have any reason to donate blood.
After that first time donating, I did not donate for several years. Not because I didn't think it was important, it was just not a priority.
I didn't have any other family member who was ill at that time, or anybody being pregnant or expecting a child, so I didn't really have a reason to give a blood on someone's behalf. My dad called me one day and said that, Jay, you know, I'm going to the hospital and I'm going to do a little procedure. But I'm going to need you to donate some blood for me. At that time I didn't know what it was. It's afterwards when I found out that he also has a form of cancer.
I was turning 30 a few years ago, and I didn't want to just have a regular birthday party. So I started thinking about what I could do, and the first idea I had was a blood drive.
My family experience actually brought the reality home. Before I would see commercials or I would hear people talk about giving blood and I wouldn't even consider it because it didn't affect me. I donate because it's a simple act of kindness and it goes a far way in saving someone's life. Plus it's also a benefit to me health-wise.
People should donate blood because really that's the only way that persons who need it can get it. Unfortunately, modern medicine and science hasn't found a way to make blood. It's a very good feeling because everybody grows up, you know, reading about superheroes, and so I get to be a superhero all the time.
Knowing that my act actually goes towards saving someone's life is quite a humbling experience.
I celebrate life by saving a life. You have a valid pint.
What's your measure?
Share a pint today.
Share a pint today.
Choose strong passwords. A lot of us reuse our password and we use easy what we call soft passwords. You know, the name of your child, your date of birth. We encourage consumers to choose passwords that are complex, include characters, numbers, and symbols in your password, and no less than 8 characters. The other precaution is to control access to your machine. That includes don't leave your device open on the table. So your smartphone or your computer, lock the screen. Very important because somebody can easily access your data that way. The other precaution is to protect your sensitive data. So identity theft is real. And it's pretty easy for an actor with criminal intent to to get your private, to create an identity of you. So they can go on your Facebook page or your LinkedIn or any social media site and grab your information, your name and other information, and create a profile of you in a different scenario. In some cases, they can actually go in other jurisdictions, they can use the social security number and actually apply for bank accounts and other services, financial services. So identity theft is real and it affects us all. So the advice is to try and limit the amount of information you put out there in social media. Social media is important. It keeps you in touch with friends and family you haven't seen for years, and you have a big geographical distance between them, but it also exposes you. So keep your private information offline. In regards to online shopping, utilize the services of a legitimate and well-known and well-established website. Some of these more well-established websites may not necessarily carry the product or the service that you're looking for, but you do have websites out there that they may be running a legitimate organization, but their security precautions that they take in their back-end system is not sufficient. It not necessarily means that you can't shop with them, but or they might not deliver your product, but the level of trust that you have in them might not necessarily be what it should be. But online shopping, there's a service called the Better Business Bureau, which a lot of these websites utilize now. And what they do is the Better Business Bureau will evaluate the website and organization for the level of legitimacy, the care that they take in protecting shoppers' data, and they will give them a rating. Their rating system is also based on the number of complaints that consumers logged with the Better Business Bureau. So so websites that are highly rated by the Better Business Bureau will have a tag on them, BBB. You may have seen that before. So that's a good way of evaluating a particular website if you choose to shop with them. Protect your credit card information, especially online. Don't just plug it in any website. And remember to log out of websites after you finish using them.
In the past, we would simply, go into a bank and we would sign mountains of documents to purchase a house or even a car. Now there are opportunities for you to use digital signatures where you can do these transactions online, which now makes it even more challenging to police, because how do we know that you are the actual individual online that is adding a signature to a particular contract or an agreement? So it is very important for consumers to understand and to have a better education on protecting ourselves in these regards. This is where the pages close for today. You may watch our features anytime at your own leisure. Just click on one of our social sites. There's also our website, which contains the latest information on each ministry. Until then, come back tomorrow on this same station when we explore other policies and programs being implemented by the government. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.